Post?
Holy shinola.
You don't think it's a death threat from King Charles, do you?
No, that was months ago.
Yeah, he'll have forgotten about it. I'm sure he's happy. He's got his crown and everything.
Sure he will.
Ooh, well, it's on card, whatever it is. It's a letter. Okay. Oh, sounds interesting. Dear chaps, my wife and I are upping sticks and are on the move. Oh, okay. And have heard that you have spare space. We are a professional couple, no pets, looking for somewhere quiet to catch our breath from the limelight and out of reach of rabid Lucasfilm fans. Our home is already on the market, so we hope to make the journey soon. There's already a red dot on the map and everything. Okay. Ciao for now. F. Marshall? There's a PS as well. Kathy's comment at breakfast the other day about the lack of front-bottom representation in your pocket dimension was just pre-morning coffee talk, honest. There really isn't anything to worry about. No sorry, Bob. He's even written Oh, well. We'll have some company, that'd be nice. What is wrong? What? Huh? Oh, Jesus Christ! What do we do?
I don't know.
Maybe movies.
What are we like?
Yes, we are starting. We've already started. Every so often, I think it's just has to be a case of you just have to jiggle the eyes.
It's the googly eyes. There's one bigger than. I'm not going to comment. I'm not going to comment about how one is bigger than the other. I'm not going to say anything about how one is bigger than the other.
You'll be surprised at how many things that applies to.
I don't want to know.
Hello, happy Wednesday, everybody.
Howdy ho, everybody.
Thank you for joining us again, and well, blow me. Well, at the time that we're filming this, 274.
A whole 20 extra of you mad beings watching our show. Thank you.
Since yesterday. So, yeah, I mean, obviously, again, I know this is going out next week, but thank you, everybody, very, very much. You are more than welcome. Please do check out what we have on offer, and long may you patronise us with the gift of eyes.
Patreon. Just saying.
Okay, so we are Maybe Movies. My name is Max.
My name is Sam.
And we are in the middle of our 3rd year anniversary month of mashing up movies. In this case, we are looking at the wonderful 1980 Dino De Laurentiis movie, Flash Gordon.
And, of course, the 1984 Steven Spielberg, George Lucas produced film, Indiana Jones and the Temple of Doom.
And we are up to Act...
Oh. Danger, Will Robinson.
It's alright, danger averted. Yeah, we are up to Act 3 of our new vision of Flash Gordon, which has been renamed Indiana Jones and the Conqueror of the Universe.
The Conqueror.
Yes. Before we start, very quickly, a quick shout out, and this is for our old friend Skullfeck.
Hey, buddy, how you doing?
I must admit, I haven't seen he hasn't done anything for a while. I know you took some time out. I think you went off on a holiday for a bit. Congratulations, dude, as he messaged yesterday to say that he's just got engaged. So, congratulations.
Oh, congratulations, dude. Well done to you, sir.
And hope to see you back on the channel soon. Before we start, or as this is kind of starting, I know we left last time on a bit of a downer. I know we were both a little bit underwhelmed by what we'd been able to produce in Act 2.
You know what? I think part of this is because we've done so many mashups in the last few months. I've gotten used to doing it completely differently.
Interesting, because I was going to say it might just be simply because we've had a month off, so it's going to take us a bit of time to get back up to speed, but that's a good point, yeah.
That's why I think I was looking to make something really, really different. And
yes.
No, this isn't a mashup. This is Maybe Movies, and sometimes things go the way they go.
They do.
And I think I was being a bit harsh.
Well, I don't know. I mean, I think there was that. I think part of the problem is the plot of Flash Gordon. It's very linear, and the problem is because after we filmed last time, I ended up rewatching The Last Crusade.
Oh yes,
and I suddenly figured out what it is I think that we're missing from this. And it's the one thing where we've kind of tied Indy's hands. We're not giving him access to his greatest gift, if you like.
I don't know. I'm making this up as I go.
Oh, right.
His ability to, and his tendency to leave without
improvise
looking.
wildly.
Yes.
Yes, I see what you're saying.
So I did wonder very quickly, and again, just putting it out there as a possible tweak, as a possible Disney reshoot.
Indeed.
To the beginning of Act 2. Because it suddenly occurred to me, Flash's death and rebirth is kind of analogous to Indy's possession and then being saved by Short Round.
I see what you're saying, yes.
And it suddenly occurred to me, when you put those side by side, the only thing that's really different about them contextually is how the movie handles what happens next. Obviously in Flash, he very much puts himself in Aura's hands to get him out of that situation, whereas in Indy, it doesn't matter that he's in a hall full of bloodthirsty, thuggy cultists. He just turns around and punches the nearest guy.
All right, okay. I sort of think I see what you're saying.
My thought was, again, I didn't want to spend a lot of time on it, but I just had an idea that we could maybe jazz that whole opening of Act 2 up a bit by when she brings him back. He actually, rather than not listening to her, tries to go and get either Zarkov or Willie. My initial thought was Zarkov because he's the guy who can get him home. But then again, saving the girl is also the thing as well. But I was just don't know whether we could insert in an action scene. Which
I'd go with Willie.
Yeah.
I'd go with Willie, personally.
If you could say throw in a short action scene where he tries to get to Willie but can't, and then we throw in complete invention, a bit of a cat and mouse chase through some kind of undercity under Mongo.
Okay, but with Aura there.
Yes.
So we're not getting the bit we were talking about last episode where he would try really hard to save Zarkov. He's going to try really hard to save Willie, but get scuppered and have to be saved by Aura.
But we can even set it up, or whoever makes it can set it up so that the Mongo guards on that initially think that he's taken Aura captive. So we retain her agency, so we can still eventually lead up to...
Oh, so she doesn't get outed as a villain
just
too early in the movie.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then, because I thought maybe they have this thing through the Undercity.
Do you know what? That really makes sense, because then, when you get to the bit when Aura's being tortured, when Ming says, do whatever you want with her, it suddenly makes more sense, because she's already incriminated herself once.
Yes.
And so this is she's like, I'm not giving you another chance. You're going to the boar worms.
No! Not the boar worms!
Fantastic.
Yeah.
Yeah. Cool.
Yeah, that works. I like that. Have one.
Yeah. Because I thought what we could have is they come out sort of at some bit underneath the city somewhere, and she's just got like a homing device for her rocket ship to come and pick them up.
Of course. Yeah, no, I love it. I think that's great.
Brilliant.
Great addition.
Hooray, that puts me on... Oh yeah, what are we on? I think I'm on 2 now for the month. Are you steaming it? I don't know that.
I'm on 4.
Okay, fair enough. Phew, had to claw one back there. Act 3. So we've had the death of Clytus.
Yes.
Hawkmen rush off. I'm taking it. I suppose this would be a point where Zarkov actually gets an opportunity to say, we haven't got that much longer to save the Earth.
Yes, because that's not Willie's concern the same way that it is Dale's concern.
Exactly.
Yeah, I understand what you're saying. So yes, Zarkov should have that line.
Yeah.
Yeah, totally.
And then are we going to allow the arrival of Ming to go the same? Or?
Oh, absolutely. You're a very spirited individual, and I'd like to offer you a kingdom of Mongo to rule over as your own.
I did have a suggestion for that as well.
God, what are you doing to your beer, man? What is he doing?
I'm not going to... Let's go just...
I don't want to know. You know what? I don't want to know.
Neither do I. I did think, again, taking into account this tendency of Indies, I mean, I suppose they are, he knows that they're captive, doesn't he? Sorry, I was just thinking that he's got Ming there with just 2 guards. Would he have a go at it?
Well, I've always wondered why Flash didn't. And Indy doesn't play fair.
No, he doesn't. But then I thought, actually, he could have a go at it, and then it's just... beep! Freezes him in place.
Yeah, that's what I think he said. Yeah. But I think he would try.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
Absolutely would try. Probably try to repeat the Clytus maneuver.
Yes, exactly, yeah. Which did actually make me think, and I was having a look earlier, and we had a message from Reading Movies again.
Hey, Lewis, thanks, buddy.
Because he, in his message, echoed something that I'd been thinking about already, because we were talking last week about there's no MacGuffin for him. to kind of be interested in. Ming's ring is a MacGuffin.
It's a mystical item. Yes,
Yeah.
I understand what you're saying.
So that could have been the thing. That was the other thing I thought about.
So I am imagining, like, when he goes to rush Ming and try to do the whole throw him onto the platform thing,
Yeah.
try to do the Clytus thing again, and he raises the ring and he just goes into slow-mo.
Yeah.
And Ming just gently steps out of the way and goes, ring, and he just flings himself onto the platform.
Oh, that's it. Oh, that's nice, because then he's on the platform and Ming's on the...
Such a shame that you chose Oblivion.
Yeah, exactly. But the other thing I was thinking about with this is, rather than offering him a kingdom, why go scrabbling around in the dirt for trinkets? There are many moons of Mongo. You can be my archaeologist and go and look for mystical items like this.
Oh, on one hand, that's playing into Indy's wheelhouse, and I can see why you're saying that. On the other hand, Ming's not concerned with that. I'm not saying you're wrong. I'm saying I see both sides, and I'm just like, where does the balance lie?
My thinking was that if there are other items out there in the thing, Ming wants them, and who better to go and make sure that nobody else
like the
gets
Phrygian jewel that they bring at the beginning.
Things like that, yeah. Who better to go and refine them?
Oh. You know what? I like that. Have another one. Yes.
But ultimately, it's going to be, screw you, Ming.
Yeah. Oh no. I mean, he's not gonna accept it. He knows that it is a poison chalice.
Yes, but I do think, again, if he does use the ring on him, we could again add a little bit of tension into that scene, because when they leave and start blasting the city, he's still just recovering from the effects.
So running in slower, but just a little bit faster and a little bit faster as it slowly wears off.
Exactly.
Yeah. No, that's a lovely visual. I like it. Yeah.
But we still get down the thing onto the rocket cycle, and
of course,
and because he's had time to study the controls from Aura's ship,
yeah,
he's got a bit more of an idea of what does what.
Now this, for me, is where it starts to get really wobbly.
Yes.
Because Flash is oriented towards team tactics. Indy is oriented towards singular action. Mm-hmm. Now, I'm not saying that he wouldn't agree to do the ruse that the Hawkmen do, but I'm thinking that his method of attracting the attention of the city would be different.
Okay.
I don't know if I'm getting ahead of myself here. Indy's playing a classic football move. You know, he's feinting and then drawing the other team into his defensive line.
Mm-hmm. What's Indy going to do?
What's Indy going to do?
I think we've just given ourselves the answer.
What's that?
When I said they get through the Undercity, and there's a crack that leads them out. So the Hawkmen attack from one side, while Indy goes around the back and comes in through. Or that would be the plan, would be to go in through the way that him and Aura left, and then make his way back up through the city.
Okay. It would mean us losing the epic fight on the Ajax.
That's the problem. That's the only problem. That is, unfortunately, it does make that very different. Because that won't work. Because by the time he gets back up there, unless the only way around it then that would work is that the passage that leads them out is wide enough that he can ride the rocket cycle into it.
Right. What?
So as I said, they came out on a gap somewhere underneath the city that the rocket ship can pull up to when him and Aura leave. So if we say that opening is big enough for him to ride a rocket cycle into, but even then it doesn't.
I'm not saying I buy that. I'm not saying I buy that at all. I'm thinking more along the lines of like a premature maneuver on Indy's part, like when Ajax comes up to the clouds. He's hidden in the clouds. Instead of retreating to the other side, he darts around to try and attack Ajax from behind and surprise them whilst the Hawkman attack from the front. So instead of waiting for them to electrify the cloud...
Oh, okay. Yeah.
It's an immediate...
Yeah, I'm happy with that. That sounds fun. It sounds more like him, definitely.
Yeah.
It could be that, he starts to retreat towards the cloud, they slow down and look like they're not going to follow them in, so it's an impulse thing.
Yeah.
It's not pre-planned. He's supposed
so the
to.
Ajax isn't following them through the cloud like it's supposed to do.
So he does that on spec, and they go, shit, he's gone, we'll have to just go.
Oh, well, who wants to live forever?
We're still happy that, obviously, Willie we don't have to worry about, we know where she is. There's no reason why Zarkov and Baron and Aura's actions should be any different to what they are in the film.
Dale!
There really isn't.
No.
They're completely divorced from Indy. There's... they're going to run the same. It kind of matters the same.
It does.
The things they have to do are things that are required for Indy to be able to...
So he is going to do the thing and just go do the self-sacrifice thing?
I'm thinking of that moment when he puts his sword up against the rope bridge. He looks on either side and grins at them.
Oh my god!
Yes, of course. Oh, yes. Yeah, no, that's,
I think he would.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Technically, this end bit will pretty much run the same. Ming gets run through, although I would like to offer a different line to, Flash says your power's fading.
Yeah.
I think Indy would say, you belong in a museum, Ming.
Yes.
Or something like that.
Yeah, the time's come for you to be a museum piece.
Yeah. And that's it. That's kind of it. Very, very rapid.
Oh gosh, it is, isn't it? Yes, it really is.
It's just the all done part from the wrapping up, I mean...
Gee.
Well, so I suppose we get the offer to stay.
Of course. Which Indy is naturally going to refuse. Mm-hmm. That's the difference. I think at the end it's, I'd just like to get home, thank you.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. As a bit of a nod, because I know there was a rumour about it at one point before Last Crusade, certainly. When they were doing that bit again, so the bit we had in at the beginning of Act 2, where they're going through all of the catacombs and stuff.
Yeah.
Just as a little bit of an Easter egg, because it was the one that they never did. Maybe there's just like a painting on the wall of somebody, of an arm coming out of a lake holding a sword.
Oh, is it really? I didn't know they were talking about that.
That was one of the possibilities.
Oh, right. Okay.
But he spots that there and goes, no, we're going to get back. But
yeah, that looks familiar.
Any chance I might come back? Something like that. That would be my suggestion. It ends as it ends.
All right. Well, no. Let's, because I suggested one thing, you suggested another. Let's zipper these together. So he's like, "No, I want to go home," and then somebody raises their flag and it shows
the sword.
The sword.
Yes,
and it's actually, and then just cut to credits.
And then Willie goes, no! And goes, hey! Yeah, pulls him over, whatever, yeah.
And then cut to credits.
Fantastic. Okay, so, thankfully, with a little bit of time to think about it, we managed to add a couple of bits in there.
A couple? I don't know. So part of the problem is I love both of these movies so much. It's hard to mess with them and not feel like I've made a mess of them.
Exactly. I suppose that's why we always allow ourselves the conceit that this is day one in the writer's room. There will be other nuances added in.
Absolutely. Other rounds of writing.
Exactly. We are simply brainstorming the synopsis for the film. But I know what you mean. It is a difficult one because, again, as we say, it doesn't matter that Flash is quite a linear plot. It's a fantastic plot and it's a fantastic film.
Fantastic film. So Technicolor.
Yeah.
So full of vibrant life.
Yes. Yeah, absolutely.
What do you think, folks? Does that sound like we made a movie there for you? Obviously, we've got another one coming up, so don't get too settled on your opinions. So we're going to take a pause. We're going to have a think. Oh, God. And we will be... Oh, God. She's staring at me in the googly way. Ah! We will be back on Friday. Until then, take care. Help me. Ba 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 ba.